Hello, this is Lipika, and today I am going to give a presentation on computer education. The outlines are Introduction to Computer System Hardware, Functional Units, Organization of a Typical Systematic Decomposition, Flowchart and Algorithm, Simple Constructs, and Effect of Computerization on Architecture. So let's begin. Computer and Computer System. What is a computer? A computer is nothing but a simple machine that can be instructed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operations systematically via a computer programming. And what are the programs? These are just the ability to follow generalized set of operations which are called as programs. A computer system is the combination of the hardware and software of the system are called the computer system. This term may as well as be used for a group of computers that are connected and work together in a particular computer network or cluster. There are two kinds of computers, desktop computer and laptop computer. Desktop computer consists of a computer case and a motherboard, mother monitor, keyboard and mouse, whereas a laptop computer has all these components integrated to a single portable unit. What are computer hardwares? Computer hardware is a part of computer which is physical, that is, which can be touched, which can be sensed through our senses. These are rigid. Okay. Computer hardware is a collection of all parts we can physically touch. Computer software, on the other hand, is not something we can touch. Software is a set of instructions for a computer to perform specific operations. CPU. CPU is a central processing unit, or can also be called as central processor or main processor or just as processor. They perform arithmetic logic, controlling and input-output operations specified by the instructions in the program. The central computer industries used the term central processing unit as early as 1955. Coming to the memory part, in computing, memory refers to a device that is used to store information for immediate use in computer or related computer hardware device. It is typically refers to semiconductor memory, specifically metal oxide semiconductor memory (MOS), where data is stored within MOS memory cell on a silicon integrated circuit chip. The term memory is often synonymous with the term primary storage. Now, I/O devices. In computing, I/O or input output devices is the communication between an information processing system such as a computer and the outside world. The term can be used as a part of an action to perform I/O is to perform an input or output operations. I/O devices are the pieces of hardware used by human to communicate with computers. The I/O bus consists of a data line, address line, and control lines. The magnetic disk, printer, and terminals are employed in practically any general purpose computer. Each peripheral device has associated with an interface unit. Here in these diagrams we can see the processing of the I/O devices, how these I/O devices work. These are interconnected from the CPU and memory and works combinedly. The data comes from the CPU, goes to the I/O controller devices, and then comes out as the output. Coming to the decomposition part, decomposition in computer science is also known as factoring, which is a breaking of a complex problem or system into parts that are easier to conceive, understand, and program. There are three types of decomposition: structured programming, which breaks down the algorithmic process into well-defined steps. Structured analysis breaks down a software system from system context level to system functions and data entries. Object-oriented decomposition, it breaks a large system down into progressively smaller cases or objects that are responsible for some part of problem domain. A decomposition paradigm is computer programming in a strategy for organizing a program as a number of parts, and it is usually implies a specific way to organize a program text. No, simply what we can say, decomposition means to break down a bigger complex problem into simpler and smaller parts. Systematic decomposition is an approach to programming. The idea is as follows. Starting with a high level model of task, usually in a human language, repeatedly break the task into smaller tasks until each subtask is easily expressed in a few instructions. Same thing it Same thing is this also. Systematic decomposition means breaking down of complex tasks into smaller and easier subtasks using simpler ways into simpler steps. There are 4 types of systematic decompositions: sequential, conditional, iterative, interrupt. Flowchart is a diagram that represents a workflow or process or an algorithm by step approach to solving a task. This diagrammatic representation illustrates a solution model to a given problem. The process of drawing a flowchart for an algorithm is known as flowcharting. Here are some examples of flowchart which can be explained as. Here we can see the flowchart starts with lamp does not work. So why it does not work? Is it plugged in? If it yes, then the bulb is burned out, or no, then plug in the lamp. Now if the bulb is not burned out, then repair the lamp, and if the bulb is burned out, then replace the bulb. This is a simplest example of a flowchart. Now what are the basic symbols used in flowchart? A terminal, which is depicted by an oval symbol. It indicates the start, stop and halt in a program's logic flow. Input output is denoted by a parallelogram which depicts any function of the input output type. Processing is represented by a rectangular box which indicates the arithmetic instructions in the program. Decision is depicted by a kite shape or diamond shape box which indicates the decision point. Decision based operations such as yes or no questions or true false are indicated by diamond in flowchart. Connectors, whenever flowchart becomes complex or it spreads over more than one page, it is useful to use connector to avoid any confusion. It is represented by a circle. Flow lines indicates the exact sequence in which instructions are executed. Arrow represents the direction of flow of control in relationship among different symbols of flowchart. Algorithm. In mathematics and computer science, an algorithm is a finite sequence of well-defined computer implemented instruction, typically to solve a case of program or perform a computation. The use of the term unambiguous indicates that there are no room for subjective interpretation. Here in the following diagrams we can see what is algorithm. It is simple. It is simply to understand that input comes to the computer CPU, the set of rules are obtained and it gives the output. This set of rules are the algorithms. What are the characteristics of an algorithm? Well-defined input, clear and unambiguous, language independent, feasible, finiteness, and well-defined output. Assignments. In computer programming, an assignment test sets or resets the value stored in the storage locations denoted by a variable name. In other words, it copies a value into a variable. In most imperative programming language, the assignment statement is fundamental construct. The operator used to do assignment is denoted with an equal sign. These operands work by assigning the value on the right side of the operand to the operand on the left side. Decision structures. A decision structure is a construct in a computer program that allows the program to make a decision and change its behavior based on that decision. The decision is made based on the outcome of the logic test. A logic test is a calculation of whose outcome is either true or false. Here is an example of decision. The tear production rate reduced, none. Normal agitation, yes. Age, no. Spectacles perception, no. Presbyopia, soft. Presbyopia, none. Myopia, hard. Hypermyopia, age, young. Hard, not young, none. Loops. In computer science, a loop is a programming structure that represents a sequence of instruction until a specific condition is met. Programmers use loops to cycle through values and add sum of numbers, repeat functions, and many other things. There are two types of loop. While loop is the simplest form of programming loop. It states that while a condition is valid, keep looping. For loop is similar to while loop but streamlines the source code. The for loop statement defines the state and endpoint as well as increment for each iteration. Here are the examples of while loop and for loop. Start loop, is the condition true? Yes, do something, and no, stop looping. This is an example of while loop. For each item in the sequence, last item reached, false statement, true, exit the loop. Example of a for loop. Now, the last we come to the topic of benefits of computerization for architecture. Computerization has helped to design through software in an efficient way with accuracy. It has saved time and labor. It has made import and export of file efficient. It has enhanced the quality of design and has made it easy to give realistic views to the designs, especially the 3D designs. It has relatively reduced the cost of seat and rendering materials used. Disadvantage of computerization for architecture. It has exploited the creativity of an architect. It has reduced the thinking capacity. It has reduced the learning capacity. It has made architects dependent on an electronic device. It has disconnected an architect from the pen paper culture. That's all for today. Thank you.